Hey, 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 hey,
Okay.
hey,
Hey.
hey,
Hey.
hey. Y'all know what time it is. What up, people? It's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Let's go. Come on in, everybody. Come on in.
Come on.
Come
Hey.
on in,
Hey.
everybody. Come on in.
Come on.
Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Hey, come on in, everybody. Why? Why? Because it's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Get
Okay.
it? It's the iBall Live. Let's go. What up, what up, what up, and welcome to another episode of the iBall Radio Live Call-In Show. I'm your host, Derek Williams, also known as D-Will the Coach, in the building with my guy, producer extraordinaire on the ones and twos, Breeze in the building. What up, Breeze?
Yo, what's good?
Yes, sir. Another day, another dollar inside the iBall Radio Studios here live in Montgomery, Alabama. And Breezy,
Yes,
hit the
sir.
horns,
Yes,
hit the horns.
sir.
A major shout out goes out to our guy, iBall TDB Elite Skills Camp alumnus, Gage Mayfield, on his signing to Oklahoma.
Yeah,
Man,
good.
shout out to our guy, man. Live hand clap for our guy,
Yes, sir. Yes,
Gage Mayfield. Man, we saw this kid come from Breezy. You know what it is, Breezy?
sir. What's that?
Gage is one of the ones who started what we're doing now with us. He's like the first class of kids that we had once we started iBall TDB. He's the first class of kids that came to camp, and now they're graduating, and he is going on to Oklahoma, man.
Oh, yeah, he ballin'.
And shout out to Allison, shout out to Cut, shout out to his whole family, his whole friend, his circle, man. Shout out to Oklahoma for getting it done, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's huge for them to get that done, man. And so shout out to all of them, man. I'm just super excited. Shout out to Danny Cervic, man, Pro 1, right? Putting him on that stage, putting him in a position to get to where he is right now, man. So shout out to them, man. Super excited about that, man. Also, not only him, man, hit the horns again, Breezy.
Yep,
Hey, hit the horns for our guy, Jackson Sheffield. That's right, man. Jackson Sheffield, the number 2 player in the class of 2026, according to iBall Radio, commits to Vanderbilt.
Hey, man, SEC.
SEC, man. Our top 2 players in the state of Alabama this year, man. Both SEC bound, man. So salute to both of them, man. And here's the crazy part. They had a lot of the same schools recruiting them, right? They both of them took a trip to both of them took visits to Vanderbilt. Both of them took visits to Tennessee. And it was a possibility that both of them could wind up at Tennessee. It was a possibility both of them could wind up at Vanderbilt, because Vanderbilt made a really good push for Gage.
If they went to Tennessee with Dwayne, Gage,
Ooh,
and
sheesh.
Jackson.
Oh, now I'm gonna be honest. I heard Tennessee is crushed. They are crushed that they didn't sign Gage.
Boy, I'm sick.
They sick, bro, because like they were racking up on Alabama #1 picks, right?
I know.
They were like you say. They already got Kate Phillips. You just mentioned Dwayne Brown, right? If they could have added Jackson Sheffield and Gage Mayfield, I would have been like Rick Barnes, them over there. Got something going on.
Hey.
It's crazy.
That's a national. That's a ship.
That's a ship, baby. You know what I'm saying? You put out Alabama boys.
But you ain't got no choice but to win.
You ain't got no choice but to win, bro. But to win. And I would have been cheering for Tennessee, which is blasphemy for us.
Just for one reason.
One reason. So thank God I don't have to do that, Breezy.
Yeah,
Thank God we don't have to do that. But we do got to cheer for Oklahoma, man.
Yeah, they
So
kind of got Alabama color.
yeah, they rock the crimson, so I can get down. And then, man, let's give a shout out to them, man, because they do a good job with Alabama kids, bro. They just did a great job with it from right here in Montgomery, Alabama. Duke Miles just left Oklahoma, played over there, had a great career at his time there. He made a couple of transfers, and then Jalen Moore from right there in Gardendale, right? Jalen Moore, another kid who went to Oklahoma, had a great career at Oklahoma, was there for I think 3 or 4 years. I know he played a year at Georgia Tech, then he transferred over to Oklahoma. So they do a really good job, obviously, with Alabama guys, and they really recruit them hard, hence them landing Gage Mayfield just on today. So, you know what I'm saying, man? Like, so shout out to Oklahoma, man. Coach Porter Moser, shout out to him for getting it done, man. One of the top head coaches. Now I'm gonna ask Gage, man. I'm trying to get him on. Hopefully we can get him in a second. But what up to the chat, man?
What up, chat?
Everybody in the chat, D1 Dylan, Jake, Coach Q, man, Khalil, what it do? Uh, yeah, man. We're gonna try to get him on. We know he's a busy man today. I hit him up. So hopefully we can get him on. Talk to his dad earlier today. Also, hopefully we'll be able to get him on here at some point tonight during the show. But like I say, man, Coach Porter Moser does a great job with recruiting Alabama kids. Man, he got Gage to land in Norman, Oklahoma, man, and Yale Boomer Sooner. I gotta ask Gage though, man. This is what I'm about to say. I gotta ask him. I wonder if that logo on the jersey had anything to do with it, because they're sponsored by Michael Jordan. Their sponsor is Jordan, right? So
it always has a factor.
Bro, it always has a factor. But one of the conversations I want to have tonight, man, and it's a short one because I want to get into what a couple of the posts that we put up on today. But one of the things is, Breezy, man, and this is always saying ran across my mind. But we always talk about the shoe circuits, right? And we talk EYBL, we talk Three Strikes, we talk UAA, we talk Pro 16. We talk about all of those different type of different platforms, right? And back in the day, when we were deep into AAU, back in the day, like the AAU program you played for and the circuit you played on had a bearing on where you went to college, right? Like if you played on the EYBL circuit, 9 times out of 10, you were a Nike kid, you were going to a Nike sponsored college. Like a Nike sponsored school was probably the school you're going to, right? If you played on the Adidas, you probably going to a Adidas school, right? Like that's how it used to function, right? Before all of these circuits popped up, like that's how people used to, hey man, that's a Nike kid. He's going to have to go to a Nike school. He's going to be recruited. That used to be the way of the world.
Right.
Now it's not like that anymore, bro. Like at all. Because Gage played on the UAA. It's plenty of Under Armour schools out there. But if you go look at his final list, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Florida State, and Vanderbilt, if I'm not mistaken, those are all 4 Nike schools. Oklahoma being Jordan, still Nike, but still, like all 4 of those are. So no longer are we in the days of, man, he played for a Nike team, he going Nike, right? Like it used to be all the way down to, he played on Nike EYBL team. Once he gets out of college and out in the college, they can sign now in college. He's going to sign a Nike deal, right? He's going to sign with Adidas. He's going to sign with Under Armour. Under Armour's going to give him some money. Nike going to give him some money. That used to be the case. That's no longer the case. That's no longer the case. And I like it because it gives kids the opportunity to play on different circuits without the pressure of saying, I got to go do that, right? And so, yeah, again, man, shout out to those guys, man, on their commitments this week, man. Of course, Gage today and Jackson committed over the weekend. So salute to them, man. Big job, big time job, man. Salute to their families, their coaching staffs at their respective high schools, and the coaching staffs at their respective AAU programs, man. Shout out to them. They all deserve it. And they all deserve a little bit of credit, bro, because anybody that had a hand, because we understand what a commitment to college actually means. Like, that is a huge, huge, huge accomplishment, right? And I saw my guy, Adam Finkelstein, right? 24/7 Sports. He put up they made a graphic with a quote that he had after Gage's signing. And it said, his quote read something like, and this is not verbatim, I'm gonna paraphrase, something like, Oklahoma is looking to develop Gage Mayfield in the same sense that they developed Jalen Moore. Mm-hmm. And I read that, I was like, okay, I can see where the comparison is. They're kind of the same size, but they're completely different players, right? Jalen Moore was an energy guy, 3-and-D guy, defensive stopper type of dude, right? Not highly skilled offensively, right? And he would be, in my opinion, he probably would have got drafted late second round of the NBA draft this year if he hadn't gotten hurt, right? Because he got hurt and he was unable to go through the draft process, which of course knocked him out of being drafted. But when I read that quote from Adam Finkelstein, I was like, I see where he's going with it, but I don't agree, because Gage Mayfield is a completely different player than Jalen Moore. Even coming out of high school, they're completely different players. Like, in my opinion, as valuable as a player as Jalen Moore was on that level, he's nowhere near as skilled as Gage Mayfield is right now today. I don't think Jalen Moore now on his way to play professional basketball is as skilled as Gage Mayfield is today coming out of high school. Like, so coming out of high school, there's no comparison because Gage is head over heels more developed than as an offensive player than Jalen Moore was coming out of high school. And in my opinion, at this point right now, Gage Mayfield is a more developed offensive player than Jalen Moore is right now going into his professional career. That's just my opinion. And it's going to be hard pressed for somebody to show me different because how skilled Gage Mayfield is on the offensive end. Like, they got him. I even saw the post today that they put PF as his position. Bro, stop it. Like I don't get it, right? I really don't get it where these people get their information from to say that they projected him as a power forward. No way possible. Like, he is a wing. Point blank, a wing player that can get it done on the offensive end in isolation, on the block. He can score at all three levels. I know that's a cliche term nowadays, but he legitimately scores it at all three levels at a high clip. He can shoot the three. He can put it on the floor in isolation. He can post you up. He can play with his back to the basket. And he's a defensive stopper on multiple positions on the wing. And if you want to play some small ball, he can be your small ball 4 and 5, right? So I get where the comparison is just because the size comparison, both being from Alabama, that type of thing. But when it comes down to game alone, skill set, and those type, bro, it's not even close. It's not even close. And I'm a Jalen Moore fan. I don't want people to think this take is a knock on Jalen Moore. It's not a knock on Jalen Moore. It's a what's the word I'm looking for, Breezy? It is a damn, I don't know. Indictment's not the word I'm looking for, but
definitely can't be the word.
That's definitely not the word. But it is a testament to who he is offensively.
I like testament.
I use testament. It's a testament to who he is offensively. And I get, everybody has to make a comparison. But if you're gonna give me a comparison, I don't like that one. Like, I'm just gonna say, I respect Adam Finkelstein, and I think he does a great job for 24/7 sports. But that was just a quote. Like, that's all I can take from that, bro, because he's way more skilled offensively than Jalen Moore was.
Folks just come up with stuff and they run with it.
Yeah, true, they do.
Because he might have said that and was like, "Dang, I could have said a better analogy or something." But
yeah, he did. But the quote's out there now.
It's out there because you gotta ride with it.
You gotta ride with it. You gotta stand on that. You gotta stand on that business. Well, what up, Tucker Wadsworth? What up,
chat?
What up, chat? Shout out Tucker Wadsworth, man. He committed to Troy a couple of weeks ago, about a month or so ago. We kind of knew that was coming down the pipeline, right? You know what I'm saying? Wiregrass kid going to a Wiregrass school. I kind of figured that one. Like, if it was a crystal ball to be had, that was 100% crystal ball. That probably was the easiest crystal ball. Now, I will say this. I was wrong on Gage. All right. My crystal ball for Gage was Tennessee. Right. I really thought Tennessee had a legitimate chance of landing him.
They probably did.
They did. That was his second school.
Until that call come in and them conversations and the numbers start.
Hey, Breezy, you can start right now. You can start right now. Once them numbers start coming in, once you start hearing them numbers,
you know what I'm saying? You gotta make a change of plan.
Hey,
Pops.
change of plan, Pops. Hey, cut, man. Hey, cut. You hear this? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I understand it, right? And I think, what I will say this, and I've seen this with a lot of guys here recently when guys take multiple visits, right? That last visit that you take, a lot of guys are taking that last visit. Wherever that last visit is, a lot of guys are ended up, because it's hard to go to a spot knowing this is your last stop, and they lay out the red carpet knowing that this is your last stop, and they pull out all the bells and whistles. It's going to be hard for you to leave there and be like, oh, I went to Tennessee a month ago, and that was a great experience. But, man, this experience was off the chains, right? And then you'd have been to Florida State and Vanderbilt in between, right? So it's like Tennessee was out of sight, out of mind, right? And I hadn't had this conversation with him, so I can't speak to this verbatim or quote this, but that's just my opinion, right? I really think guys, when they go on that last visit is what's stuck in their head. That's the last experience that they experienced on this journey of recruiting and visits and all of those type of things. And I think that has a bearing on it. If I were a school, I would want to be the last one, right? Now, that's a gamble, Breeze.
No, it's a gamble. It's a good strategy.
It's a good strategy because it's a chance that he could have came out of Knoxville and never went to another one, right? He didn't have to go to Florida State, then Vanderbilt, Oklahoma.
Your first one could have been your last one.
Your first one could have been your last one.
If it's not first,
your last. Not first. But I'm going to tell you like this when I'm realizing that second and third in between one, boy, y'all ain't got a chance.
No, y'all just there for fluffers.
Hey, y'all just there for the filler, man. We taking a free trip, baby.
Yeah,
like,
man.
But hey, listen, Vanderbilt did a good job. I heard they made a good push at Gage, and they obviously did because they were able to land Jackson, right? So landing Jackson Sheffield is a very, very, very big, huge get for Vanderbilt, man. And I'm just so proud that our guys, that is out of the iBall TDB, out of the iBall Radio 2026 lottery rankings, number 1 is signed SEC, Oklahoma. Number 2 is signed Vanderbilt, SEC. Number 3 is signed Belmont. Number 4 is signed Jacoby Sharp, UAB, right? 5 is Milton Jones, still waiting on his decision. 6 is Tucker Wadsworth. He's going to Troy, right? So that is 5 of our top 6 players in the state of Alabama signing Division I scholarships in the 26 class alone. So,
hey man, salute to y'all.
Salute to him, man.
Show.
I think it's gonna be more. I think it's gonna.
Early.
It's very early. Like I think, these are the guys who are, got these early signings out of the way, early commitments rather. I think that means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell, and we're gonna get into this in a second, but this is the reason we got scout grades, right? And the reason we broke down our scout grades to the percentages and the 100-point scale that we did is because, and lowest on that totem pole, and you can go back and watch the episode. You can also go to iBallRadio.com and read the article about the star rating system and how we break all this down, how we get our 4-star, 5-star, and our star grades. You can go check that out on the website. It's a free article. It's up right now. Just go click on it. Star rating system article. It's one of the first 3 or 4 articles on the page. But it breaks this down. And the reason we only had interest and offers down at 10%, it's only accounts for 10% of your scout grade, is because a lot of times, especially coming from Alabama, guys get overlooked. Just because they're not highly recruited doesn't mean they're not a top-level player, right? We understand today's climate is a little different, right? It's a little different. So it's a little bit harder for guys to get those early commitments from Division I schools, right? If a Division I does pull the trigger on you early, man, congratulations, you got something there, buddy.
Hey man, the rest of your season,
you can relax,
dog. Relax, all that stress.
Oh my God, bro! Like that. That's a great point, Breezy. That is an absolute great point. All these guys have relieved a lot of stress from their senior seasons, right?
You the man.
You the man, bro.
You the man.
You out there chilling. You can go out there and play with a free mind and really lock in with your teammates, with your guys for one last run and try to win a state championship, right? And all of these guys, honestly, every guy that I just named, Gage Mayfield, his team has a chance to win the 3A state championship. Jackson Sheffield, he a 3-time state champion in Class 7A, right? He can have a chance to lead his team back to the Final Four. I think they're going to be good enough, especially with Kendarius Steele and Melo June out there. That's going to be that's a formidable front court, right? With those 3 out there. Then you go to Oxford and Jalen Alexander. We know they the favorite in Class 6A, if you ask me. Then you go to number 4, is also one of the probably the second or third favorite in Class 6A, which is Gaston City for Jacoby Sharp. Like all of those guys, and then we can go to Tucker Wadsworth at 6. Enterprise has a chance to win it. You can go to Milton Jones at 5. Fairfield, I would suspect, is the favorite to win Class 4A state championship, right? Going against, now you still got Jackson out there that's, I think they won it last year. So I'm just saying, all of the guys that are ranked up there are getting these opportunities, play in games that matter. They win, right? They win. And these coaches were able to watch them. And Breeze, you could tell them, man, if you hadn't been watching our Coaches Corner interviews or iBallRadio.com premium subscription, you're missing out. Because a lot of these coaches explain that they recruit winners, right? They recruit winners. And the interview we had last week with Coach Kente Hart, associate head coach at Georgia Southern, he had a little bit different take, Breezy. Did you notice that?
He did.
His takes were a little different on, bro. He was a little bit more lenient on some of the things that other coaches stressed. They didn't stress as much. And that's understandable because each level on a Division I level, each level goes about recruiting. Every program goes about recruiting differently.
You're right. That just goes to show the differences in the same thing.
Exactly. Damn, that was fire. Hit the horn. That was fire. The difference is in the same thing because that makes all the sense because they recruit differently. They recruit different players. And I know I'm dropping this tomorrow. I could have dropped it tonight, but I'm not going to drop it to tomorrow. It's scheduled to go out tomorrow. But the scout, we did the scout grades for the lottery rankings, the top 14 lottery of 2026. Those scout grades and their breakdown of what their scout grades were per criteria will be dropping tomorrow on iBallradio.com, right? So be ready for that. That article is already ready. It's done. It's finished. All I got to do is hit publish and y'all can have that. So the transparency of that makes a difference. But back to my original point, your offers and interests don't mean as much, right? Because, like I said, some guys have a lack of exposure. Some guys have a lack of recruitment simply because different situations, right? I can sit here and name off a million different situations, right? But every school recruits differently. Like, Gage wasn't recruited by Alabama or Auburn. Jackson Sheffield wasn't recruited by Alabama or Auburn. Jalen Alexander wasn't recruited by Alabama. He had an offer from Auburn. But
I'm glad he didn't go there.
Yeah, me too. But just to say, all these guys had different opportunities because schools value different things.
And then they look for different stuff, right? So it's hard to say.
Yeah, it's hard to say. And there's a million basketball players out there. Like, okay, prime example. In my opinion, the reason Alabama didn't recruit Gage Mayfield, even though he was in their back freaking yard, like, Jesus Christ, what are you doing? But they signed Chris Washington. And for those that don't know, throughout the entire spring and summer, the comparison was Chris Washington, Gage Mayfield. Both of them played on the Under Armour circuit, right? Chris was ranked in the 20s, 30s. Gage was ranked in the 50s, ESPN. And people were asking, and I remember having this conversation with Drake, had it with Paul. Who's better? Would you take Chris Washington? Take Gage Mayfield. Of course, I said Gage Mayfield. However, Bama valued Chris Washington more. Oklahoma valued Gage Mayfield more than they valued Chris Washington. So it's not like, oh, he's not good enough. No, that's just what they value. Everybody looks at it different. You're not going to get recruited by every school. And then it's going to be some guys that you're better than that get recruited by schools that you think should be recruiting you.
Yeah, but like you said before, hey, it's a taste thing. Like, you know, it's like what you looking for.
What's your flavor?
What's your flavor? So it's not always that cut and dry.
Hey, your boy in the building, Breezy.
Who that?
Fred.
Okay.
Fred in the building. What up, nephew?
Let go.
I can't wait to pop up in Shelton, man, and watch our boy Fred go this year, man.
Hey, man, go ham on them boys.
Go ham. Shout out Fred. What up, boy?
Crossover.
Yes, sir. Hey, slow and steady, baby.
Slow and steady.
Slow and steady. Always get the job done.
I know he working on that floater.
You know he working on it. He better, because he getting in there with them 6'8", 6'9". He gonna have to shoot that.
Let's go.
Let's go, man. Yeah. So what up, Fred in the building, man? But I will say this, man. It was very exciting to see today. Watching Gage make his decision.
It's like raising kids and then watching them flourish.
Exactly. Breezy, that's what we do. That is exactly what we're doing. We basically raise them in basketball, right? We give them this platform in basketball, and to watch them grow and develop and then accomplish this ultimate goal is awesome. We feel like proud uncles right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Very proud uncles right now, man. But on to the next, man. I do got something I want to talk about tonight, Breezy, real quick. We dropped the article today, dog. About let me pull it up. And I know, sorry about that. It's a little late, right? It's a little late. We've been a little busy. We had a couple things going on, but it's a little late. But this is the 2028 list from iBall TDB Elite Skills Camp, right? We never dropped our 2028 list, and we got the 2029 list coming also. But this 2028 list, man, is a stacked group of guys, right? We said this several times that the 2028 class was well represented at the camp, right? It was one of the deepest class numbers wise. We had 92 kids there, right? It had 2028 had the highest amount of kids in attendance, right? Behind them was 27 and then 26 and 29. But 2028 showed up, right? They were in the building and they really played very well. And a lot of guys made names for themselves. And a lot of guys on this list that showed up to camp, we've already been talking about, right? Which was, part of the reason me go show them what I can do, right? Which we greatly appreciate. Right, you feel me? But I'm gonna say this, bro. This list is very good. Let me just say it like that. It's a very good list. And I think a lot of these guys on here are going to be household names for the next several years. Like, we're going to be calling some of these names on this list for the next several years. And when you look at it, one of the top positions, and we've said this in the past in the class 2028, bro, is point guard.
Yeah.
It is a bunch of them in that class, bro. It's going to be hard to it's very possible we can have 4 point guards in the lottery. 4 point guard in the lottery, bro. And as I'm looking at it, it's very, very, I know 2 are a lock, maybe 3, right? That I'm just thinking of off this list that I'm looking at, not off our master list, right? I'm just saying off this list of standouts from camp. I say it's 3 that are locks, right? And we just gonna run through this list real quick, man. Kind of break down some of these players, kind of talk about their days at camp and what we expect for them coming up this upcoming season. First up on here, man, Cortez Hudson. Now, the reason I started with Cortez Hudson, we know how explosive Cortez Hudson is, right? We know he's one of the top athletes, not only in this class, but in the state, right? However, Breezy, I don't know if you knew this. You hadn't had a chance to talk about this. So I'm finna throw this on you.
Yeah.
We knew he was at Mae Jemison,
right,
last year, right? Whole bunch of stuff happened over the spring and summer. He ends up transferring to Decatur.
Okay.
Plays with Decatur all summer, set to play with Decatur. All of a sudden, now he's back at Mae Jemison.
Right.
So he's now since left Decatur and went back to Mae Jemison. Right. So, and I put Decatur on here because I wasn't sure. Right. I knew I heard it. I knew I talked to it, but I forgot. I'm just gonna be honest. I forgot. Right. And him being back there, Coach Pete Miller, I know Coach Pete Miller smiling ear to ear. I know Coach Ben Maston like, oh my God, what is going on? Right? Because he had a really deep 2028 class, right? But that's how the cookie crumbles. That's how the cookie crumbles.
Right.
But Cortez Hudson, he didn't have the greatest day at camp, right? But you saw the flashes of what he can be.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I think he could have had a better day, right? I think he could have had a better day, but he didn't have a bad day. That's why he made the list, right? You saw those flashes of what he can be, right? What he can be and what he's going to be. So I'm anxious to see how Coach Pete Miller uses him this year at Mae Jemison and what type of year he has. He had a really good year last year as a freshman, right? Played a lot of minutes, started a lot of games. So you can expect some of the same things this year. However, that role should be increased, and you're going to have to expect a lot more out of him this upcoming season. So I'm going to be anxious to see that. Next on the list, man, say what?
No, I say, yep.
Yeah. Next on the list, Mason Ellis.
Yep.
Montgomery Academy.
Yep. Let's go.
6'2", lefty, point guard. I said in the breakdown, if you go read this article, the article is up right now, iBallRadio.com. Go get your iBallRadio.com subscription, and you'll be able to read this article. But, man, Mason Ellis, I've said this in the past. If I had to say right now, he's the top point guard in this class. And I just got out of my mouth a few minutes ago how deep the point guard class is in class of 2028.
Right. So that's saying something.
That's saying something, bro. Like, I really
Yeah.
believe he's probably one of the top talents, top point guards in that class. Like, I know it's a debate to be had. And as we start getting ready to do the lottery rankings for class of 2028, I know it's a debate that's going to be had amongst us, us evaluators that put this list together.
Oh, it's gonna be some heavy conversation.
Gonna be some heavy conversation. Yeah. So I'm ready to have that too, because I'm ready to see everybody's opinion on that. Right. But Mason Ellis, man, one of the guys who is, I'm gonna tell you, I think he's gonna turn that corner this year, coming from being the young guy that played limited minutes last year to the head of the snake. Like, we know what Braden Gordon's gonna be. We know what Jared Friendly's gonna be. We know those two guys are top level guys, right? I think Mason Ellis is going to fill that void of the point guards that left last year in Brewer Welch and Cade Seeger, right?
Nah, I missed them.
Yeah. See, that's what Montgomery Academy. That's why I picked Hale County. Okay, let's talk about it. This is why I picked Hale County to win the 3A state championship this year, because Montgomery Academy lost that depth and that 3-point shooting, right? Like, Cade Seeger and Brewer Welch were absolute knockdown shooters. Catch and shoot from anywhere on the floor. Like, we know Brewer had parking lot range.
Right.
They're going to miss that this year.
Yeah, it's always going to hurt when you ain't got that.
Yeah, man, because shooting is so important, bro. It's so important. So, we're going to see what it looks like. But Mason Ellis is one, man, like I said, he's one of the top players in the class of 2028. And had a very good camp, man. What he showed me at camp was he's a big body guard. He's a big guard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of those guys that's going to demand respect because of his size at the position, especially on that 3A level, right? You ain't going to have many big guards like that on the 3A level. So he should dominate that area. And he did very good at camp at using his body. Still got some growing up to do. Right? Still got some growing up to do, some maturing to do when it comes to this game. Like, next play mentality has to come in effect with him, right? You can't linger on the, I turned the ball over, I'm still pouting about that. They going the other way. You got to let that go, right? So I think that's the next level of his maturity is really developing that next play mentality. Right. Once he locks in that next play mentality, I think his recruitment and his stock is going to skyrocket. Right, it's going to skyrocket.
He got time.
He got time, right?
That's the whole point of being in 28. Like, young enough to grow.
You got 3 seasons though.
Yeah, you got more time.
Yeah, you got legit. But listen, Breezy, as we know, time waits for no man.
Oh no, it don't wait.
You young today, you'll be old tomorrow.
Right. Oh yeah, it's quick.
It's quick, right? It's very quick. But I think he's going to be one of those ones that can do it. Next on the list, Landon Smith. Man, we didn't talk about Chop so much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Chop deserves all the accolades that we're giving him. One of the more steady, mature players in the class of 2028. It was nothing different from him at camp. We saw that. He can score the basketball. He makes a lot of high IQ plays. He has a super motor. He's always around the basketball. He just plays hard. And every coach loves a guy that plays hard. And if you got that, if you got that skills, because I'm gonna tell you, playing hard is a skill. Like, you probably can develop it if the right person puts the right foot up your butt, but that's a skill that you have to possess. Everybody don't play hard. Landon Chop Smith is somebody that plays hard. He goes hard all the time. He's going to always give 100% when he goes on the floor, and that's going to get him recruited.
Yeah, it is, because a lot of them coaches say, hey, I need somebody that's gonna play hard.
Ain't that what they say, Breezy?
A lot of them said that.
A lot of them say, I need motor.
I need that motor.
That motor.
I need that Hellcat motor.
Yep.
I need it.
Not the 392. We need the cat.
No, I need the red eye.
We need the red eye. We don't need no scat pack. That scat packs are good. I like them.
Oh, now the scat pack, you need those.
You need that. You need those.
You
need a couple scat packs, but you can't have no 4 cylinders, bro.
Nah, but you need
can't have no 4 cylinders on the floor, right? Nah. But yeah, Landon is a guy that just be on the lookout for him. He's going to be a guy that's going to be talked about a whole lot in this class. He's going to be talked about a whole lot in this class, man. Next on the list, another guy that we talked about a lot on the platform, Trey Pittman, Pelham High School. Like, I think this is going to be a breakout year for Trey. I remember watching him last year at the Veterans Day Classic at Minor, coming off the bench, played sparingly, right? But as a young guy, I really think he's going to be a guy that's going to turn that corner this year because he can really score the basketball. Like he is a prototypical combo guard. And I understand the combo guard is a position that has evolved in the last 10, 12, 15 years, right? Even if it's been that long, that it's been an actual position. They didn't used to call him that back in the day.
Right.
You either point guard or shooting guard.
Right.
Now you got guys, I think with the inception of lead guards, and I'm going to go to the highest level for this, the Russell Westbrooks, the Derrick Roses, the Dame Lillards, Steph Currys, those type of guys who are in point guard bodies, but have shooting guard mentalities, but can still run the point guard position. James Harden, you could throw in there also, right? Even though he's a little bit bigger than all those guys. You could put him in that conversation also. But I think Trey Pittman fits into that perfect combo guard aspect because if you need him to run point guard duties, he can. But that's not what you want him to do. You want him to be out there getting buckets because that's something that he does at a very high clip. And at camp, he showed that. He even came out one point, and I'm like, Trey, what's up, bro? What you doing? And his jersey was tore up. His jersey, he's like, Cole, they out there filing, man. They out there filing. I'm like, but you told a penny. Like, it's unusable. We had to throw that joint away, right? But he's a guy, with all that being said, he showed me he's able to handle the physicality, right? And if you're able to handle the physicality at a high level at a young age, that's a good sign going forward that the level that you can play at has a D and a 1 in it, right? That's his. I would project him to that Division I level right now, right? As a young kid. So that's another guy that we're going to be really talking about over the next couple of years. Next on the list is Caleb Wilson, another guy we've talked about. SMB, transfer from Hoover over to Oxford. Going to be the backup point guard at Oxford this year behind Jalen Alexander. Getting that work every day in practice with Jalen, being able to learn from him, watch him, play behind him, play alongside him. This upcoming season is going to be very, very big for him. He's a real dog. I'm just going to be, and I hate using that term, but that's the truth. He's a real dog, bro. Like, he gets it done. Another big guard. And that's the thing about these point guards, Breeze, in the class of 28. They got good size already. Caleb's standing at 6'1", right? 6'1", pushing 6'2", with a nice body on him. He's not small, right? So he's another guy that is, like I say, this might be his fill-out year. I believe his breakout year is going to be next year.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be next year when Jalen gone.
When Jalen's gone and that ball's turned over into his hand, and it's him and Marcus Perry out there, Marcus Perry and Chris Latson out there next year. Like I say, Oxford's going to be good for years to come, picking up Caleb Wilson, right?
Yeah.
So next on the list, man, I'm going to go down. Smallest guy on the list. But, man, he had a hell of a spring and summer. And that's Jermichael Nesson Jr.
Right.
Chunk had a hell of a summer, bro. Like, picked up a couple of JUCO offers, right? Picked up a couple of JUCO offers. He's just a extremely shifty, and, bro, that handle, like, if y'all haven't seen it, I'm sure it's still up on his page. Go check out the clip of him from the Alabama State Elite Camp. That one sequence that he put Buddy in the blender, full court. Buddy tried to pick him up full. Man, he put Buddy in blender. Like, I mean, it was so just go watch the clip. Listen, the clip's so nasty, I might go repost it on my page tonight.
Yeah.
Because he hit him with the behind the back, snatch, 3-ball bang. Like, oh, don't you? But it takes Chill Will to break down that play, because Chill Will was impressed from the first dribble when he slapped that thing out there and walked it out and then hit him with the wop, wop. Yeah. Like, my boy said, Coach, what up, Coach Spooney? In there.
What up, Coach?
Said repost it. Hey, listen, it probably gonna get reposted tonight because
it's on the way.
It's on the way because, man, that sequence is that's a sequence. That's cone work, right? You can tell he be in that gym working on his game because that was straight cone work. Buddy wasn't nothing but a cone. Buddy was playing defense too. I ain't gonna lie. He was sitting down on it. But nah, bro. It was like, bro, you ain't got nothing on this.
Yeah.
Like I love that. But that play he picked up his Southern Union offer at that camp. So ever since then, man, you've seen him really, really elevate his game. And you saw it at the iBall TDB Elite Skills Camp, right? That's why he makes this list. Next up, Cash Gallahan. Now, the next two players I talk about go to Helena, right? And I'm anxious to see both of these guys this upcoming season, because something that I'm realizing, dog, and as I'm breaking down these younger classes, doing the rankings, going through all these names, I'm starting to realize something, Breeze. And it's something that I've been realizing for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But I think now more so than ever, we got some damn size in the state, bro.
That's important.
We used to didn't have that exceptional size. But if you go back over the last couple of years, you go back through this class, you go into the 27 class, you go into the 28 class, it's 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", 6'9" everywhere. Right? Like, and they're not always the top, they're not always lottery picks, right? But Cash Gallahan showed very, very well at camp, bro. 6'6" forward, able to step out and shoot it, not afraid to bang down low, scores it well on the block. I watched him at camp. He had several instances where he was getting fouled like a mug, like beat up down low, but he was still able to fight through and finish, right? As a young guy, being able to do that on the inside and not get flustered, not get frustrated, not get knocked off your spot as much. Like, he has to get stronger in his lower body. He has to get a little bit more mobile. Of course, we want to see that explosiveness and athleticism go up. However, he impressed with the way he was able to hold his own while being beat up, right? Because he was one of the bigger guys in camp. And when you're one of the bigger guys in camp, you might have a 6'1" guard and you 6'2". Like, if you go watch the clip of Jalen Pritchett and Grayson Childress going at it, like Grayson 6'7", Jalen 5'10". He got a foul. Like, he was fighting with him. But when you're a big guy like that, and you're in a situation like that where you got smaller guys guarding you and they're fouling you and beating you up, getting up under you, it's important that you're able to hold your ground and still be able to do what you need to do to score the basketball, move the basketball, whatever it is you need to do in that instance when you got the mouse in the house. And Cash showed well on that. Like I say, he's a much better outside shooter. He showed as a much better outside shooter than I knew he was. So that was good to be able to evaluate that aspect of his game throughout camp. But he's another guy that we're going to have to take a close look at. And whoever the coach is at Helena, man, hit us up, man. We'll come do a game at Helena. We'll come do the Helena Pelham game. Pelham or Helena. First one of y'all to hit me up. This is a PSA to everybody in the chat right now, right? PSA. If you're at Helena or if you're at Pelham, hit up them coaches and tell them we got a game for them. We want to do the Helena Pelham game, whether Helena Pelham at Helena or Helena Pelham at Pelham. We want to do that game. Hit us up, man. Bring us in, book us to do that game, bro. We want to do it. Send us the schedule, man, and let's lock that in. But next on this list, another Helena guy, man, Cade Garcia. 6'5", forward. What I saw from Cade is he can shoot the basketball. If you remember, I called him a corner boy because I saw him shoot a lot of corner threes throughout camp. He made a lot of them, right? Now, did he hang around there a little bit too much for me? Yes, right? Sometimes he would get on possessions, he would bury himself in the corner. But that's just being familiar with the atmosphere, right? Knowing, hey, I can't go bury myself in this corner and just catch and shoot because it might not come to me the way guys in here trying to showcase their skills, right? However, he did show the ability to rebound the basketball. He showed some toughness, right? But he really showed the ability to shoot the basketball, to be a pick and pop four man, right? So with those big guys in Helena might be pretty good, right? We ain't talked about Helena since Josh Williams left, right? We hadn't talked about them since Josh Williams left. So I'm just saying it's going to be interesting. I'm glad Helena's back in the conversation with some guys who can really get it done, who can be a force and have them in the conversation battling for area championship, trying to get to the regionals, right? Because Helena's always, for a lot of years, because we played Helena, like when we were at Lanier, Helena was our cross for the regionals. right? And we always smashed them, but still, right? That was our first round cross a lot of times. Okay, got you. Yeah, he said he's gonna take Khalil. We already know what we up on Khalil. Yeah, Coach Spoonie said, don't forget about Khalil. We up on Khalil, Keegan Johnson. We locked in with him. He wasn't at camp though, so we ain't talking about him. Should have showed up at camp. He would have got Khalil would have got the love right now. Keegan Johnson would have got the love right now. If he ain't show up at camp, we ain't talking about you. That's how I go down around here. But yeah, man, Kay Garcia is another one, man. Gonna be anxious to see them at Helena this year. Now, this next guy, we only got 2 more guys to talk about on this list. This next guy on the list, I really believe I've been watching him. I remember it was 2, maybe 3 summers ago. Might have been 3 summers ago. Was the first time I saw this kid play. And I thought he was much older than he was, right? And that is Tyler Wilson, Hewitt Trustville, SMB. Bro, his game is so smooth. Like, he's one of those players that aesthetically you like watching him play. His movements, his handle, his ability to get down hills, ability to score the basket, it just all looks good. You know what I'm saying? You got some of the players, when they hoop, now they just got that swag about him. You like, hey, buddy, move right. You know what I'm saying? Like, buddy, move like he got it. Right. And Tyler Wilson is one of those guys, dog. When you watch him play, the first thing that jumps out, like, man, that's a smooth game right there. Right? Like, his handle is shifty, it's deceptive. He's an island boy. He put you on the island. He gonna give you that work, right? He gonna give you real deal work. And I love that about him. And he's another one, man, that's gonna be him, Caleb Wilson, and Mason Ellis, bro, top point guards right there, dog. Top point guards. And I ain't leaving out JaMychal Nelson Jr. He on this list, right? That point guard is deep, right? But Tyler Wilson is one of those guys that I'm going to tell you like this. I'm just going to say it. He one of my personal favorites. In the class of 2028, Tyler Wilson is going to be one of my personal favorites. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm still waiting on Hewitt Trustville. Somebody send me Hewitt Trustville coach's information. Send me Helena's coach's information. Send me Kalira's coach's information. And send me Pelham's coach's information. I need all those coaches' information. I don't got them coaches' information. I need that so I can book these games with them this upcoming season. Because I'm anxious to see Hewitt Trustville with Tyler Wilson, Declan, and Dalton Black. Like, they should be pretty good, especially at the guard position this upcoming season. They should get some real work done at that guard position at Hewitt Trustville. Shout out our guy, Coach Ivory Brubber over there doing his thing. Make sure those guys and Coach Forbes over there at Pinson, at Rudd and Pinson, doing their thing, man, getting those guys ready. Shout out to TJ Green, man, for he's like, I'm telling you, what I was saying is a couple years ago when I saw Tyler Wilson off the bat, this SMB came in and he was in the, what did I say? He was in the 6th or 7th grade. And he played up against, I think he was in the 6th grade, bro. And he played up against our 7th graders, right? And he was getting busy. So I asked TJ, I was like, man, who is that? He was like, oh, boy, that boy 2028. I was like, what? This was 2 years ago. I was like, what? He 2028 and he was getting busy. Like I say, he just has one of those aesthetically pleasing games. I really like watching him play. But last but not least on this list, man, big man in charge.
Big man.
Arguably, possibly number 1 player in class 2028. Very well could be. And that's big man Khalil O'Neal Luster, right? Khalil Luster has blown up this summer. When you got a big guy that's a lefty, and I love big lefties. I love lefties anyway, but I'm saying big lefties, bigs, and when I say that, I mean bigs that are left-handed. Mm-hmm. I love to see those. For some reason, they're just fun to watch too. But I'm gonna say this: he blew up this summer. Like his, and if I'm not mistaken, they got him on the they got him listed as one of the top centers in the country in the class of 2028, per ESPN. And you know that's big time, right? Just to be on the list, even though you're not ranked, be on that list means you're on the radar, right? And he had a camp season run where he came to I saw him at UAB Elite Camp. I saw him at Sanford Elite Camp. Saw him at iBall TDB Elite Skills Camp. I saw him at I saw him at G2 Hoops Grind and Shine. I saw him at their camp also. Like, he had a hell of a camp season where he put himself on the map. Now, I will say this. He had a really big summer. He played some with Bama Celtics, and he played some with, if I'm not mistaken, with We All Can Go, right? So he played some high-level AAU this summer and really put himself in a position to where he's getting his name called right now, right? Like, he's a big guy that's mobile. He can put it on the floor from the perimeter. He can shoot the three. He rebounds the ball well. He's a lot more explosive than I was giving him credit for in the beginning, right? I thought he was, kind of lower body heavy, meaning he wasn't very athletic above the rim, but he plays above the rim. Saw him catch a couple alley-oops. When I saw him run the floor and somebody throw him an alley-oop and he caught it with two hands at the Sanford camp, I was like, oh, okay, that's different. And then when I saw him at drills at the Elite Skills Camp, and he was doing drills, running the floor, especially when we were doing three-man weave, when we were doing 3-on-2 back to 2-on-1. You saw him in those positions, and he's out there running the floor like a gazelle, like a deer, catching and finishing above the rim as a big guy, 6'8", 230, at a young age like that, bro, and still being able to move and be athletic. That says a lot. That projects very well going forward. That's why he's going to be one of the top prospects in the class of 2028 for sure. For sure, man. But listen, that's our list, man, for our 2028 standouts from the iBall TDB Elite Skills Camp back on August 16th. Got that out a little late, but better late than never. And now listen, it was a bunch of other 2028s in there now. Don't get it wrong. Chris Martin now. Like, Chris came in, he came to our mini camp here in Montgomery, and then he showed up to Elite Skills Camp. And Chris is a kid who plays the game the right way. And Coach Spooney just said something about Kalira. Boom. There it is right there. Chris Martin now. We will be in to see him this upcoming season. So Kalira's on our list also, man. But shout out to everybody who made our 2028 standouts list, man. Much deserved. Great job by you guys, man. Salute to everybody showing up, man. But we got that 2029 list coming tomorrow, man. So be on the lookout for that. And we got a couple other articles we're dropping tomorrow. Might drop 2 or 3 articles tomorrow. So stay locked in with iBall Radio, iBallRadio.com. If you haven't gotten your iBallRadio.com subscription yet, so you can go read all of this content and stay up to date on all of these players and all of the information that we put out on a daily basis, man, go get your iBallRadio.com subscription right now. Go to iBallRadio.com, click on articles, boom, get your profile, and you will be locked in. Now, I do got a big announcement, Breezy, while we change gears and get ready to get up out of here for the night. The Coach's Card is live.
Coach's Card live.
Coach's Card is live. Yes, that's right. The iBall Radio Coaches Database is live and up now for all our premium subscribers on iBallRadio.com. So that means we are starting to load. Now, y'all going to have to give us time. We got a lot of coaches' information that we got to load in there, right? Now, I don't want to do the load. I'm just going to be honest with you. I got so much information, bro. I'm just going to start sending out the link for these coaches. Same way we do the player card. We send out the link. Y'all go fill out your player card. I'm going to be sending out the link to all my coaches that I got in my database. Have them fill it out, and those are going to start being loaded into the coaches database. So if you're out there, you're a player, you're a parent, and you're looking for coaches' informations, right? You're trying to get a direct line to the coaches that we interview and talk to, or all of the coaches that are just simply in our iBall Radio coaches database. We got that for you. Go get your premium subscription on iBallRadio.com.
Yes.
And you'll have access to the player database, the coaches database, and all exclusive content to where these coaches that you're going to be contacting, we're interviewing.
Yeah, for sure.
We already got the interviews up. We got about 9 or 10 interviews already up on there. Go watch those. We got more coming up. Excuse me. I actually just tried to hook up today, and I think I'm going to be able to make it happen next week. But we're going to get Oklahoma's head coach. Right? Not sure if he can actually speak to the fact of sign engaged just yet or get engaged to commit just yet. But just if he can, we'll talk about it. If not, but we're going to bring him in and just at least talk about the success he's had with Alabama kids over the last several years.
Right.
Right. And how he recruits the state of Alabama. Because all of these guys that I just named on this 2028 list, would love to get a look from Oklahoma, right? You know what I mean? So we're gonna provide that for you. Coach Mike Flight in the building, Calhoun High School. What up, Coach?
What up, Coach?
Shout out to you, man. Salute to you. He stays locked in with us at all times. And I'm gonna send you that. I'm gonna text you that coach's card very soon, so you can go and get you locked in for our coaches database on the website. But man,
yes, sir.
With that being said, man, there was something else. There was one more thing. Let me go back to it. If you haven't yet, this is what it was, Breezy. You know what I haven't got, Breezy? I hadn't got a lot of backlash from the star rating system of the first ones that we put out for the class of 2026. I ain't got a lot of backlash. I hadn't got a lot of people being like, I should be 5 stars. I should be a 4-star. I actually had a kid hit me up, right? Because we did. If you haven't yet, the full 2026 rankings, the whole top 100 is now up on the website. The full iBall Radio 2026 lottery rankings, the full top 100 is now up on iBallRadio.com. You do have to have your iBallRadio.com subscription to check those out, but go check out your subscription. So I had a player hit me up, bro, who's ranked in the 2026 rankings, right? And Legend Martin is on there. Who is this? Braden Baker. Braden_Baker. Stop it. That's incorrect information. You got to have the information before you make a comment. Legend Martin is on there. Legend Martin is on the list. And he's high on the list. You need to go check it out. That's why it's important to have your iBallRadio.com subscription. So you don't have to make those type comments. You'll have an answer before you make it. But we salute you. Appreciate you tapping in.
Tap in.
So, but it's we hadn't got a lot of backlash on that. And back to my story, had a kid hit me up. He was like, so before the rankings came out, he was like, man, I know I made the list. I'm like, yeah, you on the list. You made the ranking, right? He was like, he had like 3 or 4, he got like 3 or 4 JUCO offers, right? And maybe even a D2 offer. He's like, man, I know that's good for 3 or 4 stars. He's a 4-star. We got him ranked in the top 20, and he's a 4-star in the class of 2026, right? So appreciate that, Coach. Hey, Coach Mike said the star rating system is absolutely legit. For sure.
It is.
It is, man.
And we thank you.
We thank you for that. And we putting a lot of work into that, man. That's just not us throwing stars on the page. If you haven't, I'm dropping it tomorrow. I'm not. You're going to have to get your subscription to read it. But I'm going to say this, like the breakdown of it takes a lot of work, right? Like we are not just throwing numbers and stars on a piece of paper and putting it out there. It is actual 5 criteria that we judge to get these scout grades and star rating. It's 5 pieces of criteria, right? And we gauge them off a 100-point scale, and we quantify each criteria with its own grade level. And with that being said, it is what it is. And once y'all start seeing these grades and the breakdown of 27 out of 30, 22 out of 25, 10 out of 10, 14 out of 15, you're gonna be like, oh, his IQ is a 14 out of 15. His recruitment, he don't have a lot of offers of interest, even though he's good enough. His recruitment's at an 8 out of 10, right? That's why his star ratings are, because he don't have it. So, man, a lot of work went into it, man, and we love it, man. Hey, your boy Mike said, I got to get some of those 4s. Mike, you got to get some of them 5s too, baby. Them 5s can come. Y'all, listen, from what I saw on Wednesday, all right, let me say this, man. We hadn't even talked about that because did we talk about it? No, we didn't. Did we? No, we didn't. So we went over to the JUCO event. Me and you, Breezy. We did talk about it last Thursday.
We talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about it. We went over to the JUCO event last week, and what I'm saying is, watching Calhoun, Breezy, and you said this too. Watching Calhoun go through their practice, they can get some of them 5 stars. They really could. I ain't saying you can land Gage Mayfield, right, or Jackson Sheffield, but some of those guys are falling through the cracks. Like MJ Jones still hadn't signed. He still hadn't committed, right? So I'm saying, pick him up. Like what Calhoun is doing, what Coach Mike and Coach DP over there doing, Coach Derek Powell are putting together at Calhoun, bro. They're becoming one of the premier junior college programs in the state of Alabama, for sure. Right? Like in my opinion, we know Shelton is the coup de grace. Right? Right? I ain't saying that just because I played there. I'm just saying that Shelton over the years, especially with Coach Eatman, they won a lot of championships, right? They won a lot of state championships. They were a staple at Hutch. They had a lot of Division I signees. Hell, they got Jaquan Warren, Antoine Burnett. I can go on and on and on, right? Had a lot of Division I signees. So, but I will tell you this. I think Calhoun is one of those programs that is becoming one of the premier junior college programs in the state. And that's no shade to nobody else, because I see Bishop, right? I saw a lot of these teams practice, right, last week, and Calhoun was I was very impressed the way they constructed their practice. And here's something else I saw. And you know I'm big on structure, Breezy, extremely big on structure, especially when it comes to the game. When I got there, guess what Coach Powell handed me? His practice schedule. This is what we're going to be doing. Every time was broke down. Boop, 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 boop. And he had the understanding to, let me get it to D-Will so he can see what we do, right? No other school did that. No other school did that. Matter of fact, I don't think I saw another school with a piece of paper in their hand going through nothing. Honestly. If they did, I ain't see it. So I'm just saying they're running that program like a Division I program. And if you're running your program like a Division I program, you're going to recruit Division I players, and those players are going to go Division I when they leave. So shout out to them, man.
Sure.
Real deal, no Holyfield. Hey, Coach Mike Flight say, hey, we on the way up. Tell him I ain't hard to find.
Right.
He say he hard to find. Hey, listen, Coach Mike was one of the ones I saw everywhere this summer. Like, I saw him more than every other school in the state of Alabama on a junior college level. If it was a spot where kids were hooping, he was there. And he was there, and Coach DP would have been there too. If he wasn't, in a boot on crutches, he would have been there. So, yeah, shout out to them, man, for doing their due diligence and showing up, man. But with that being said, we'll live to fight another day. Breezy, let's go home for the night.
Out of here.
Well, there it is, man. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight right here on the iBall Radio live call-in show right here on iBallRadio.com, the iBall Radio YouTube page. Also streaming live on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. Make sure you go follow all of our social media platforms. Go follow Breezy at iBall_Breezy. Of course, go follow iBall Radio. Go follow Guard Your Man. And go follow us go subscribe to our YouTube page, man. iBall Radio YouTube page. Go to the page. Hit subscribe, watch the videos, lock in with us, and even more importantly, go get your iBallRadio.com subscription. It's the best page in the state of Alabama, the best content talking all things high school basketball and college basketball right here in the state of Alabama. There's no better place to stay. So if you got something with one of those other publications, cool. But if you ain't over here, checking out what we got going on, talking about what we talking about, shame on you.
Yeah, because you're missing that.
You're definitely missing out. But with that being said, man, appreciate y'all hanging out with us. What's the night, Breezy? Thursday?
Thursday.
Okay, man. Well, we'll see y'all back here on Monday night. On Monday night, man, we'll see y'all back here. Same bat time, same bat channel. Make sure y'all lock in with us as usual. With that being said, Breezy, holla at these folks, man.
Hey, man, it's your boy Breezy, and it ain't easy.
It ain't easy. And y'all already know they call me Coach because I teach you how to ball. Until Monday night, man, we out of here. Peace. Long live Hero.
For sure.